Yes. Here, propagation of sound in different media also, how it is going to be propagate and how the vibrations are going to be give the different media. Yes. Observing the sound propagation in solids. See, we have seen some of the examples till now about the how they are going to be give the different sounds with the medium. And now with the to the solids also how they are going to be propagate the sound. Strike one of the end of the table with the pen and ask your friend to listen to the sound produced keeping her here, touching the table at other end, and also ask her to listen the sound by lifting her head slightly from the table. Ask your friend with difference. She noticed when hearing the sound when hears, vary a while from the table and touching the table. See Nana, observe. See, there was an experiment how the friend is going to be observe the how it is going to pass the sound from one level to another level. Means from one place to another place. See, propagation of sound. Propagation of sound in solids. Propagation of sound. See, let us take one of the example. One table now. Say your friend to stand here. Yes, say your friend to stand here. And say your friend to beat here. Yes, let you sleep on your table. Just keep your left ear or right ear on the table to listen and to observe the vibrations. Yes, when your friend is going to be strike here, you can see and the from end to ear end, from this end to ear end, you can see some changes in the vibrations. So, due to vibrations produced from one end to other end, a sound is listened by your friend. Sound is produced and it is heard by your friend. Yes. Here you can, when you touch your ear on the table, you can see the vibrations also. And you can take a metal or wooden strip, strike it at one end and ask your friend to hear the sound by keeping his ears at the end of this strip. Ask your friend what is the difference he is noticed. So, here the sound when his ears are away from the strip and touching the strip, you can see some propagation of sound of difference. Yes. And also, in third experiment, you can say that when you take a two paper cups, Nana. Take a two paper cups. See, when this paper cup is tied with different paper. Yes. So, when another one, you and your friend are communicating with his phone, how it is going to be here from one place to another due to some connections? Yes. So, you can start from one end and other end say your friend to stand. Other end you say your friend to stand. So stand away from stand so that the string is tightly held. One of you can speak in the cup while other can listen the putting the cup what is here. Say them to him. One of the person will be speaking and other will be hearing, keeping near to the ear. So when you are speaking into the cup, a vibration passes through a wire to a strip which is heard by your friend, which is near to the friend hears. Okay now. Here in the above activities you can observe that a sound travels through solid medium also like wood, metal, thread, etc. Due to the solid medium also is sound going to be propagates. Okay. So let us see sound travels in liquids or not. Sound travels in liquids. Let us see some examples. Did sound travels in liquids or not? take it bucket filled with water. Mana, take a bucket. Take a bucket which is filled with water. You can take a bucket of water. Okay. Take a two stones. Take a two stones. Take a two stones. And against each other, keeping your hands inside the water, ask your friend to listen the sound by keeping his ear or touching words on the bucket. See, when you taken a two stones, when it is going to be touched, and when you keep inside the water, if you beat the stones, you will be hearing a different sound. When it is outside when you compare outside of the sound. When he was going to be touch the two stones which outside the water, it will be different when you compare the sound which is inside the water. Why? Yes, sir. Ask your friend about the difference between sound produced by striking the stones against each other in water, striking them in air. Thus, the conclusion is sound propagates to matter in all three states, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. So, due to this also, but we are going to hear a different sounds when it is inside the water, when it is outside the water. But here we can say that due to the propagation of sound, this propagation of sound will be traveling all matter in three states of matter, that is solid, liquid, even gaseous state. In these three matters, the sound will be travels. Okay, we can hear, but with some of the less sound and with some of the high. So there is one of the example. The empty noise making much noise. So in the same way, solid, liquid, gas is also one of the examples, and they can travel in one place to another place. Yes. Yes, sir. What is the effect of humidity on quality of sound propagation? Is there any difference in propagation of sound in air during the summer and winter season? Discuss with your friends. Yes, there is a difference in the sounds which is produced in the summer and also winter season. We can see the difference in propagation of sound during the winter and also summer. Okay. The sound travels if there is no medium. No, we can't. See, if it is closed, also the sound travels, but it doesn't travel through all the directions. It gives where the sound it is produced, where we are going to be produced, there only till there we are going to hear. When it is closed completely without even a small amount of hole also present, which is closed completely, the sound doesn't go outside of the room or anything. Here, that is only saying we can demonstrate the sound does not propagate through vacuum and it requires a medium. If we use a perfectly vacuum pumps to create vacuum, which is not easy to with a glass tumbler. So, when it is easy to, it is not easy without medium, it doesn't travel a sound through all directions. When it is completely closed, see for example, if you take the room, you stand inside the room. How it is going to be? Which is closed now? Which is closed surface? The surface should be closed. Completely should be closed. So the sound it will be give the reactions to you only. So every sound can be heard by you only. The complete sound will be heard by you only, and which is doesn't go outside of the room, because a small amount of vacuum means a hole also completely closed. So when it is closed completely, the vacuum cannot pass, means the medium cannot pass outside. So the medium will be traveling inside the room. So unless we have a medium, the directions of sound cannot be passed through outside. Okay. produced in our surrounding with the help of our ears. The structure of ears play an important role in hearing the sound. Let us see, peek into our ear and try to understand how we hear sound. See, so how we hear, Nana? Due to ears. Yes, sir. Now we are going to learn our functioning of structure of ear. How the structure and functioning of eardrum is going to be passed. Means how the sound is going to be here for us. Till now we have learned how the vibrations produced. Due to the vibration, the sound coming out is going to be produced as sound. Yes, but how we are going to hear? How the functioning of eardrum is going to be done? How it is going to be function in our ears? Okay, let us learn that. Here, our ear consists of three sections, Nana. The outer ear and middle ear and the inner ear. Here you can see one of the examples. See, I am going to draw a figure. This is a ear structure which is going to be understand easily. I am going to draw a board. This is a eardrum. Yes. This is eardrum which is having three parts. Inner one and outer one and also middle one. Yes. It can be here easily through the how they are going to be function. How they are going to be give the sound. Yes, sir. You can see here the structure of here. The structure of here. This is here. These are the inner part. This is the inner part which is going to be here. This is outer ear. This is outer ear. This is auditory canals. These are auditory canals. This is middle bone, which is middle bone. Here it is called eardrum. Eardrum. And this cochlea, which is cochlea. Yes, these are here. Observe now. This is our ear, which consists of outer ear and middle ear, and also it has three sections, Nana. Outer, middle, and inner. Okay, which is shown in the figure. Outer, middle, and inner. Inner figure. As shown figure in 16. Pinna, our external ear collects the sound vibration. Here, this canals, outer ear, which is nothing but pinna, this is consists of external, collects the sounds of vibration, means external ear. This is an external ear which collects the sounds of vibrations. Yes, they enter into the ear canal. These are the ear canal which enter into the, when these pinna hears, produces a sound, means which listens vibrations by this pinna, means outer ear. So this passes a information, means this passes a sound in to the ear canal. Okay, ear canal. So we have learned that sound travels in the form of vibration. These vibrations strikes the ear drum. So when they are going to be enter into the canal, after it strikes to eardrum. After it strikes to means how it is in the form of vibrations. In the form of vibrations, the sound enter into the ear canal and it goes and it touches the eardrum. Okay. So by that it makes into vibrate. By that when it is going to touch the eardrum, it makes to vibrate. After that, by vibrations from the membrane, each middle ear, after it touches to eardrum to immediate ear bones. So it contains three small bones, Nana. That is hammer shaped and anvil shaped and also stripped shaped. These are the three shaped, which is of hammer, anvil and also stirrup shaped. So these magnify some sound produced, means they absorb the vibrations in the three states. Okay, in the three shaped small bones these produce and also these consist, they absorb the vibrations. So these states transmit the vibrations to the membrane of vowel window. This here the vowel window, this transfers the vibrations. So the oval window has a surface area 1/20th of eardrum. By this vibrations increase to 30 to 60 times. When they are going to be overdrummed, so it is touches 30 to 60 times. So vibrations will be transferred to the eardrum. Okay, and the vibrations from the oval window transmit to cochlear, which is the inner part of the area. See, when it is going to be passed to all the parts, so when it is after it is touches, totally after going through these vibrations zone, it touches the cochlea. So it is filled with thick fluid which transmits of vibration. The motion of vibration in cochlea is detected by tiny airs. So here a tiny airs will be present, Nana. Here when these vibrations, here is some fluid like structures also will be present. So when it is transmits, a vibrates through its fluid, totally a vibrations will be passed through cochlea. So the vibrations are transformed into electrical signals and carried by the nerves by the brain, where the sensation of sound is realized. The sound vibration can also reach the inner ear by traveling directly through the bones of the skull. As you tap your head, are there any ample sounds that we hear? What happens when we hear such sounds? So when it is going to be traveled through an eardrum, which is present in the hole, with the small nerves which is passing through the brain also. So due to that, when you tap on your skull also, you can hear the sound into through the eardrum. Yes, understand what is the structure of sound, how it is going to be passed and how it is going to be sent the external ears, and also how many parts are present, and also how many consists of how many ear bones are present. You can know by you seeing this figure easily. Okay, then you can see now characteristics of sounds. Characteristics of sounds. Characteristics of sound. Loudness, feebleness and amplitude. These are the compulsory, very important for 2 marks, Nana. It is very important. You have to learn the definitions. Try to underline that. And here we'll be learning the characteristics of sounds now. Loudness, feebleness and amplitude. Sometimes people talk loudly and sometimes soft. Yes? We hit the table hard, we get a loud sound. And when we tap the same table gently, we hear a feeble sound. Here you can understand what is the difference between a feeble and also a loud sound. Means a loud sound nothing but a high sound. And feeble means a which we can hear softly and also slow. Here in our daily life, we hear many loud sounds and feeble sounds on different occasions. For example, sound emanating from drums during the prayers of assembly in the school are very loud, but the sound produced while we are taking pledge in the assembly is a feeble sound. We know that the Diwali is a festival of sound of light. When fire track with, they produce a loud sound. Yes, here easily we can understand the sounds which are produced in our surroundings, how they are going to propagate this sound. Also we can listen. Here, but here's loudness, feebleness, amplitude means completely we can say that it is a high sound. It is a slow sound, and it is a slow sound and also softly can be heard. already we have learned there are pleasant. Some sounds are pleasant to hear and some sounds are unpleasant to hear. So this loudness, feebleness are the examples. So for this only, these are the some of the characteristics. We can see the some different examples also. When we touch the table, when we beat a table with any stand, we can hear a loud sound. And when we hit a sound of with a pencil or a wood, we can hear the loud sound. They are examples of loudness and feebleness. Here, you can underline a feeble sound and also loud sound. Why are some sounds are loud, some sounds are vibrations? Yes, sir. In lab activity, we can say that aim to know the relation between see here you can see one of the example that here with the help of book or a table a blade of brick nana, see you can know the relation with the intensity of sound produced by the body of the vibrations. Okay, what are the materials are required here? A wooden table and 30 centimeter of metal scale, and nearly it should be 30 centimeter hacksaw blade also, and also one of the brick which is placed on the table. Now how it is going to be know what is the produced sound by the body and the vibration of the body? We can see that. See, now place a blade or scale nana on the table. Place a blade or scale on the table with the help of a brick. So make them to rest in a air for some time. So now make a heavy brick, so one end of the 10 centimeters you just keep on the table. So when the vibrate the blade gently, you will observe the simultaneously you observe the vibrations listened by you. Yes, and also repeat the same for 2-3 times. Nana, you can give the record the observations. Please note in the table. Okay, na? When it is small, when the vibrations are small, you can write the how much centimeters you are going to take, and also how much it is going to be taken. Here by this as shown in the figure, you can say the vibrations, how they are going to give the propagation of sound. Okay. In next class we will be clearly learning about how the vibrations and amplitude are going to be taken. Okay. Thank you.